Good evening, 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 and welcome to game night on Saturday the 30th of April. You didn't hear Persephone talking either then, if I forgot to turn the microphone on. Whoops. She was saying, you need to worship me, and you need to pay me respect, and that she will be running the show tonight. She has since vacated and gone and sat inside my paper box under the piano. But there we go, we had a temporary hostile takeover from the Persephone, the aforementioned Persephone, from where we get the chair from. Anyway, hope everyone is well and enjoying the weather this summer's day, or spring day. It's not summer yet, it feels like summer. Are you going into the alcove? Are you going into the alcove? No, you're going behind the monitor. That's fine too as well. Well done to Derek on winning the Answer Trap Blitz there. Many thanks to Samster for writing that to Oni for proofing. A lovely start to the stream. Hope everyone's keeping well and is having a good day. Good evening to everyone who is here. We've got Samster and Aaron. Good evening NPL Dart to Podo Nuevo. Ben's J to Daru, Zeus, AB Me. Hello to Colo and Bad Space King. The Lupine One, Woohoo. P5, Pum and Ben, DMC Innis. Good evening, it's Sotley and Claire and Mark and Toot. Good evening to Derek and Vision and Fernando and Jack. Alyssa Timper, and welcome to you. I think that's a new name. Welcome. Silent Marine, good evening. Listwitz, Jolly and Chum, Score Count, Clive, G. Isons, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here, and hope you're looking forward to what is largely a fun-filled stream tonight. Not before we've had a message from our sponsor, Kadaru. Oh, hello.
DFGFA flat GFGD flat CB flat CB flat.
Very good. Very nice indeed. Thank you for the 100 bits there to Daru. And TTS having his musical moment. That's the Red Herrings theme, which would probably sound a bit better on that. There we go. Yes, it's Red Herrings we've got up first this evening. And it's a pack brought to us by We Like Shapes, who sends his apologies. He's out doing IRL things this evening, but he says he's looking forward to watching it on the VOD and hopes everyone has a good time with it. I've proofed this pack myself. It's very creative, is all I will say. I think you'll have a good time with it, and it'll be lots of fun. So we've got Red Herrings to start, we've got Face Off a bit later on, and then we've got Risky Business to finish up the evening. So it should be a nice self-contained stream, probably finishing about 10:30 this evening, depending how long Face Off goes on. So without any further waffling from me, if you'll want to come and play Red Herrings, type in the code. Phew. Anyway, come join the game. Hope you're all well. I'm feeling a bit tired today, so I went for another run this morning, and I was out at a wedding this afternoon, hence the shirt. So it's it's having a knock-on effect. I had a doze on the sofa or on the armchair for about half an hour before the stream. So I'll humble brag with the run. I don't know if there's much to brag about with running. But yes, I had a little doze this afternoon, but I'm enjoying this new getting into shape technique. Sleeping more is the best part of exercise. Although I bought an Apple Watch today, and still trying to figure out exactly what its purpose is, other than to tell me my resting heart rate is apparently 90 BPM, which is remarkably high. It's 111 at the moment. That's more of a humble brag, yeah. It wasn't really humble, it was just a statement of fact, really. But yeah, I got an Apple Watch mainly so I can track the runningness. Mappy, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Welcome on in. I don't know. I know nothing. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a little cat here. You know what? I'm just going to open the window because it's bloody warm. Oh, and there go my bags. Hi bags, you go down there. Right, let's get these windows open. Or this window singular. Come on, window. You stay there, and I'll be back. Let some air in. Oh, that's nice. Very bracing. Right, we'll give it till the end of the sting. 32 players in so far. Last couple of seconds. Massive concert hall awaiting the appearance on stage in of Anna Meredith. I can't be with you tonight, but have good luck fun. Thank you very much, Shapes. We're looking forward to putting this into action and enjoy the concert this evening. Have a great time, and we'll see you next week, I'm sure. Right, what's that? 7, 14, 21, 28, 33 players in. Hello, Lupine. You going to see Sonic 2? Oh, I've still not seen Sonic 1 yet. Which is terrible for a Sonic fan, I know. I really must get around to that at some point. Right, we are 25 past 8, so let's get this game underway. I'm going to lock it up in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait for this wait for us to get to the end of the phrase, and then we'll lock it. Oh, Nino. The siren outside. Here we go. Let's lock it up. Round 1 is called Do You Like Shapes? How about now? Very simple concept to this round. If you give me a right answer, you will get 1 point. If you give me a wrong answer, you will lose 1 point. You can go into negative points, so do be careful. All of the answers will be displayed around the outside and have a letter that corresponds to them. That's all you'll need to whisper to the bot. So all the answers will be there from the beginning. There are 12 questions in this round. There are 16 answers around the edge, which means there are 4 red herrings, which will never be the answer to any question. None of the answers will be repeated, so once the answer has gone, you can mentally check it off because it won't come up again. So yes, 1 point if you're right, -1 if you are wrong. Additionally, there'll be 3 bonus questions secreted through this round, appearing at random intervals, which will be worth 3 points if you get them right, but they will cost you 3 points if you get them wrong. So watch out for those bonus questions. It's going to turn the light on the camera. They will be announced by a fanfare, so yeah, make sure you're careful on those ones because they are triple penalty for wrong, but triple reward for right. So, do you like shapes? How about now is the category for round number 1. Let's take a look at the options. Circle, rectangle, oval, line, octagon, diamond, nonagon, hexagon, semicircle, crescent, dodecagon, heptagon, kite, triangle, square, and pentagon. Yeah, I really need to do the thing where I automate all the text messages so kite isn't massive. Those are shapes, Clive. Shapes. And some words here from our friend Shapes. These are shapes. Match them to the descriptions. I'm thinking of ways to jazz the description up, but you all know what shapes are. So there we go. Think you like shapes? How about now? This round is going to run automatically, so if you want to take a screenshot of those, because they do sort of flip around a little bit, if you want to keep a screenshot on one side, that's completely valid strategy to employ. Just the letter is all you need, and make sure you whisper it to the bot. Good luck, have fun. Here is question number 1. This is the shape of the Australian 50-cent coin and British £1 coin. Tricky start for some of us though. It's K, it's a dodecagon. Dodecagon, the 12-sided British pound coin, was introduced in 2017 as a measure against counterfeiting. Early bonus question for all of you all here. +3 if you're right, -3 if you're wrong. In French, this is the name and shape of a popular breakfast food. It is J, a crescent, the French for crescent being croissant, naturellement. Croissant is what we wanted there. Well done if you got it right. On to number 3. This building is surrounded by South Washington Boulevard, Richmond Highway, and Interstate 395. Most of us getting that one there. It is, of course, the Pentagon. P for Pentagon. Although the Pentagon is located in Virginia, its 6 zip codes are located in nearby Washington, D.C., so please send fan letters there. Number 4, the shape of the most important office in the White House. White House, don't know why it's White House. White House, sticking with the USA here. It's the Oval Office. C, the White House Archive website suggests that the shape derives from the levee, a formal ceremony where the president received guests who were arranged in a semicircular row. Second of 3 bonus questions, take a look at this. This shape is sometimes also known as an enneagon, an enneagon. I don't know if you got that one. G. Nonagon, a 9-sided shape, also known as an Enneagon. Thank you very much. Enneagon. Thank you. Number 6. In the Simpsons episode Scenes from the Class Struggle in Springfield, this golfer offered Homer tips on his swing. Quite a few abstentions there. It's M. Kite. Now all you need is your own set of clubs and stay the hell out of my locker. Tom Kite, who also won the 1992 US Open. Number 7. In the UK, Cool Original, Tangy Cheese and Chili Heatwave are flavours of snacks of this shape. See lots of points going out there. It is, of course, N. The Triangle. They're all Doritos. Slightly varied names internationally, but all are approximately the same flavour. In the film On the Blank, Lance Bass, or Bass, tries to find his dream girl again after meeting her on the L train and forgetting to get her number. It was 2001. Things were different then. It's D. Line. This is not, to my knowledge, regarded as much of a classic. On the Line. Well, I don't know if you got that. The D. Number 9. The shape of a cloud pattern around the North Pole of Saturn. Slightly more niche knowledge here. Well, I don't know if you got H for hexagon. The hexagonal cloud pattern was first observed by the Cassini mission in 2012 when it first started passing over Saturn's poles. Number 10. The starting arrangement of the balls in a 9-ball pool. Are arranged in a diamond, F diamond, arranged at random except for the 1 ball being at the apex and the 9 ball being in the middle. Final bonus question of the round, +3 if you're right here, -3 if you're wrong. Take a look. Dr. Blank, an alias of the rapper Kool Keith. Are you going to risk it 3 points if you're losing 3 points if you're wrong here? It's E. Octagon. The Dr. Octagon persona was a homicidal surgeon with a sideline in time travel, first introduced in 1996 as Dr. Octagoncologist. The Magic Blank is a British association of stage illusionists. Last question of the round. It is a circle, and according to the website, members of the Magic Circle include Dynamo, David Coffield, the lovely Debbie McGee, Nigel Mansell, and Sooty. The red herrings there, rectangle, semicircle, heptagon, and square, and that is the end of round number 1. No bonus points, so no perfect scores in that round, but there are some quite healthy scores up on the board. Colo's got an early lead with 16. We've got Toot and Ralph both on 15 here. Zeus and Mark are sitting nicely on 14. Samster has 13. And is that Vision and Claire and MPL Dart and Woohoo and P-Fired and Apodo, I think, all on 11. Let me have a look. That's all right. Vision, Claire, P-Fired, Woohoo, MPL Dart and Apodo all on 11. Ben is the Magic Circle. I don't know about that. I'm not even in the Magic Circle. Down at the other end, we've got some players who are in negative territory. Bad Space King, Jack Wilfred, Aaron Aromatics, Alyssa Timper, and Raising the Bar on -1, -1, -3, -4, -5, respectively. But still plenty of time to change those scores around, and you can't lose any more points from this point onwards, you'll be relieved to hear. Let's go on to round number 2. Round 2 is called This Will Autofill. In this round, you get... no, it's the speed round. It's the speed freeze-out round. So if you can answer the question within 5 seconds correctly, you get 3 points. If you answer it within 10 seconds, you get 2 points. And if you answer it in the last 5 seconds, you get 1 point. If you give me an incorrect answer, you don't lose any points, but you freeze yourself out of the following question. You will go orange if you're frozen out. You will not be able to answer the question that comes next. Bear in mind there are still 3 bonus questions which are worth a flat rate of 5 points without any time bonuses applied to them. However, if you get one wrong, you can still get one wrong on a bonus question. You can freeze yourself out on a bonus question, and you can freeze yourself out of a bonus question. So the bonus questions will never be first, last, or consecutively. So think carefully before you want to attempt something you're not sure, because you might end up freezing yourself out on a bonus question, which you don't want to do because those have the most points available. Round 2 is called This Will Autofill. Let's reveal the options and tell you a bit about what you're going to expect. Do the Levi's ad, own the Savoy, like One Piece, race at Le Mans, use cannons, have a pet lobster, have a last name, own Neat Burger, have a mailbox, use acrylic paint, really hit the horse, own Polaroid, own Fendi, have a fight with Madonna, wear a wig, believe in astrology. So, Google knows more than all of us, to the extent it's becoming that annoying friend that likes to finish your question off before you've barely started asking it. Each question here will just be the first few words of a question as entered into the Google search bar. One of these options will complete an auto-suggestion Google chooses to make based on that person's name. Okay, so yes, it's very much a Google that round. Though, as ever, I would strongly discourage you from using Google, as it is against the policy and the rules that we do play here. So keep your fingers off Google and make sure you're just using your imagination. DVD Smith, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. So those are your options. That's the round. This will autofill. Very best of luck to you all. Good luck. Have fun. Oh, and there is a bonus at the end if you get a perfect round of, I think, 3 points at the end of this. So good luck. Have fun. Here is question number 1. Does Gordon Ramsay will not necessarily be the top suggestion on Google either. It's probably worth adding. It's B, own the Savoy, and he does not, but he owns its Savoy Grill and River restaurants. Orange if you're frozen out. Here's number 2. Did Benedict Cumberbatch It's K, really hit the horse. This refers to a scene in The Power of the Dog. Although he appears to do this, in reality he was lashing out at a camel with reins tied to it. Number 3, did Steve McQueen It's D, race at Le Mans. Not in real life, he did appear in the 1971 film Le Mans, which depicted a fictional staging of the race. On we go. First bonus question. Bad luck to Liswitz and Aaron, who are frozen out. 5 points flat rate if you give me the answer to this. Does Rihanna It's M, own Fendi. No, but she owns her own cosmetics and fashion brand Fenty, named from her surname. Number 5, does the Mona Lisa Oh, a bit of a sausage question there. It's I have a mailbox. Yes, she does. For all the love letters that she apparently receives. Number 6, does Emmanuel Macron?
Which app would you like to use?
No, thank you. Watched. I wasn't talking to you. Got DMC getting this. Anyone else? No one else. Like One Piece. Apparently he does, or at least tweeted a photo of a pile of books containing one volume of that particular manga. Number 7, does Elizabeth II It's G, have a last name. Yes, she does, and it is the second, or Windsor, if you want to be pedantic. On we go. Number 8, does Lewis Hamilton It's going to be Toot on this one. Looks like it. Own Neat Burger. Yes, he does. He co-founded the vegan burger chain with Zach Bishti, and as of 2021, it was worth $70 million US. Final bonus question of the round. If you're frozen out of this, bad luck. For 5 points, does Brian Cox?
I found
I'm not talking to you, Siri. few more greens up in here. Well done if you got that one. Does Brian Cox believe in astrology? Perhaps unsurprisingly, he does not, which caused complaints from the Astrological Association of Great Britain when he said it on Stargazing Live. Number 10. Did Tchaikovsky? It's E, use cannons. He did, although it didn't stop him, and I'm going to stop there because I've written a question on the similar subject which is coming up in a few weeks' time. Oh, we've got another bonus question here. Question number 11, 5 points flat rate for this. Does Lady Gaga... Worth a go, definitely worth a go. Well done, Zeus, getting that. Does Lady Gaga own Polaroid? No, but she did serve as creative director and collaborator between 2010 and 2014. Final question, did Dali... And it's J. Use acrylic paint. Yes, although less commonly than use resin or oil. And the red herrings there. Do the Levi's ad, have a pet lobster, have a fight with Madonna, and wear a wig. And that's the end of round 2. You all got lobster baited there. Yes, indeed. No, the most common answer, well, certainly if you type into Google, it is use acrylic paint was the thing we were wanting there. So that was round 2. A bit trickier there. We got 24% correct, 26.5% abstained, just shy of 50%. Sorry, 26.5% incorrect, just shy of 50% abstention rate in that round. Are you going out, Penny? Are you going for a walk? There you go. Off you pop. Good, good. But a lovely round. Lovely little round there. But Leswitz doesn't agree to that round. So, yeah, that was round number 2. This round will autofill. Lots of fun to be had there. And at the end of that round, Toot is in the lead with 40. Ralph and Stamps both have 28. Zeus has 27. Mark's on 26. Colo's on 25. And Derek is on 24. Thus completes the top row. Now, round 3 is very creative, I would say. It is also a picture round, so you might want to take a screenshot once the pictures are revealed, just to give you some forward warning of this. Let's take a look at what round 3 is all about. Sjort nerfidni esnes sekam dnyor shit. That is the title of round 3. Yes, Mark, it is backwards. Well done. That's very, very, very observant of you. I'm hoping most people also managed to spot that. This round makes sense in different ways. Let me explain the rules of round number 3. Hello, Lingo Maniac. Welcome to the stream. In round 3, you will be given 12 options, from which there will be 9 questions drawn. This is the accumulator round. There are only 3 red herrings rather than the conventional 4 in this round. For every question you get right, you get increasingly more points. So the first one you get right, you get 1 point. The next one you'll get 2. The next one you'll get 3, and so on. If you get a question wrong at any point, then you have to restart building up from 1. If you abstain, you preserve your streak, but obviously you don't get any points for the question you abstain on. So if you get the first 2 right, and then question 3 you're not sure, or you can't get it in time, then you don't answer, and the next question would then still be worth 3. So you preserve your streak with abstaining, you break your streak with wrong answers. If you're purple, it means you're on a streak. If you're blue, it means you're not. So if you're blue, you might as well attempt, and you might as well attempt the first question and the last question, even having a guess if you're not sure. So let's reveal the options for round number 3. They are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. If you want to take a little screenshot of those, you're more than welcome to, if you want to put that up somewhere else. And while you do that, let me explain the rules. Palindromes spell the same word backwards as forwards. The lesser-known Simordnilap, which is palindrome spelled backwards, is a word that spells a different word when written backwards. For each definition, answer with the option that contains the words Simordnilap. So, for example, if the question was the opposite of go, that would be stop, which backwards is pots. So there's a number of stages that you've got to do here. So it's not a speed round. You're not going to get more points for answering faster, which Shapes was very mindful of. But you have got 15 seconds. So now could be a good time to just have a look at some of these pictures. I cry.
Pain.
Now could be a good time to look at some of these pictures. Try and figure out what the pictures are. And I'll give you just a few seconds to do this. Try and figure out what some of these are, and then write them backwards and see what comes up. I'll just give you another 10 seconds to do that now, just in case, just to give you a bit of a heads up rather than having to do it all in the moment, because you've also got to locate them amongst them as well. So yes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. As before, just the letter. This would be horrible for the speed round. Yes, this will not be fun for the speed round. Good luck. Have fun. Round 3 is Sior Tenerife Niesnis Sakam Dunyor shit. And here is question. Zoom in on B for a few hours. I'm not going to do that, Clive. I'm not sure if I even can. I can sort of scale it down, but no, I'm not going to do that. But thank you for the suggestion. Good luck, have fun. Here's question number 1. The continuous movement of a river or stream. That would be the flow, which spelt backwards gives you wolf, which is H. Don't worry, Samsa. Keep on, stay on task. Number 2, clever or well-dressed. Bonus of 5 points for a perfect round here, by the way. That would be smart, which spelled backwards gives you trams. D, trams is what we're after. Not sub, no. Number 3, adjective describing the subject of abusive or angry criticism. Well done if you've got this one. That would be reviled, which spelled backwards is deliver. L, deliver is what we wanted. Jack's brain has melted. Number 4, to beat or whip or to sell zealously. That would be to flog, which spelled backwards gives us golf. K is what we're after there. Plenty of purple up there, which is a good sign. On we go. Number 5, a set of instructions or a brief outlining an area of responsibility. That would be one's remit, which spelled backwards gives us timer. C, timer is what we wanted. Onwards to number 6, return some money, such as a loan. Return some money, such as a loan. That would be repaid, which would give us diaper, the Americanized version of a nappy here in the UK. B, diaper is what we wanted. Number 7, one smaller piece of a larger whole. That would be a part, which spelled backwards gives us trap. There's E, trap right there. Bobby Seagull leave that here, quite possibly. Number 8, an incentive used as recompense for performing an action, such as in animal training. That would be a reward, which spelled backwards gives us draw. F is what we wanted with draw. One more question, you might as well all attempt this one. Here's number 9. Did something lustful, gluttonous, wrathful, etc. That would be sinned, which spelled backwards gives us Dennis. That's G, the Dutch footballer Dennis Bergkamp there. And the red herrings there, sniper, paws, and spoons. And that is the end of round 3. Bonus points going to Ralph, and I think that's MPL Dart for a perfect game, getting an extra 5 points there. Very well done. It is MPL Dart there. Yes, so the red herrings, paws, which would be swap, spoons, which would be snoop, and sniper, which would be repins. All valid Simornilat, but unfortunately red herrings in this round. Just over 50% correct on there, just under 40% abstention, only a handful of incorrect, so that's pretty good. Total for the game, just under half correct. Not bad. Just under 40% abstaining and 60.8% incorrect. So not a bad pack right there. I forgot what a wolf looked like, I admit. Fair enough. Well, that's the end of round 3. Ralph has got the lead. NPL Darts in second. Toot slips to third. Innis is in fourth. Then Samster, Zeus and Mark complete the top row. But all of that could change as we go to the final round. Final round is Inner City Pressure. I did express my thoughts to Shapes that this one might be slightly niche, but I might be biased on that. And such is the logic of this round, where it eliminates answers as we go, we could still potentially get to a right answer even if you don't know all of them. So how this will work, you'll be shown a criteria in just a moment, and then you'll be shown 16 options. 6 of those options will fit with the criteria at the top. Yes, niche. No, it's niche. I prefer to say niche. I think that might be an Americanism. Niche. I don't like that as a word. You need to submit to the bot a string of 6 letters like that, A, B, C, D, E, F, for example. No spaces, no commas, no punctuation or full stop or anything like that, and no repeated characters and nothing outside of the range of A to P, otherwise it won't be able to process it and it will just return a 0 for you. So the objective is to find all 6. If you don't manage to find all 6, then you will be frozen out for 5 seconds and you get a ping back from the bot telling you how many you did get right. So if you say got 3 out of 6, you're frozen out for 5 seconds and the bot will say you found 3, and from there hopefully you can start to whittle it down to the correct answers. The wrong answers will gradually be removed, the first being removed after 30 seconds and then every 10 seconds after that until the last 20, when it's one every 5 seconds. It will eventually leave us with just 8 answers, 6 of which will be correct. So that's about all there is to it, I think. No spaces, punctuation, full stop, a full string of 6 characters. The first to solve it will get 50 points, the next gets 45, the next gets 40, and so on. So there's big points available at the end game, but hopefully quite a few of you will be able to solve it. Who is going to emerge as our winner? We will have to wait and see. Good luck to you all. 90 seconds on the clock to win it, and the options are: method, please, indefinite, absolute, release, present, really, so, deconstruction, actually, yes, very, record, bilingual, systematic, and open. Name the 6 titles of studio albums by Pet Shop Boys. 10 seconds in. We've got a couple of 4s up there already. No more than a 4. People eliminating option zone. Okay, first 30 seconds are gone. I has been eliminated. It is not I. I need to get the bot to write that in chat as well. Mind you, chat's going so quick, it's a bit difficult to follow it. And it's not P either. Eliminate P from your processing. Zeus is up to 5 now. Can he find that 6th one? And another option going away. AB Me's found 5. It's not D. Get rid of D from your thought process. Coming up to 30 seconds left. Still no one solved. Here we go, 30 seconds to go. It is not O. O has been eliminated. Lots of 5s coming up. Still missing that 6th option. I think between you've probably got it. One more option going. 20 seconds left. AB Me the first to solve. It is not C. Eliminate C from your thought process. AB Me getting 50. Zeus finding 6 now, getting 45. It is also not... there's another one. Toot getting 40. It's not G. Eliminate G from your thought process. And there's Cycle Space solving for 35. It is not A. Can anyone else do it? Last 3 seconds. Timing for quick. Kolo's got there for 30. Anyone else? And that is time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players solving there. Let's reveal the correct answers. Please release. Actually, yes, very, and bilingual. Their first album, Please, was so named that people wanting it needed to go into a record shop, ask your grandparents what one of those was, and say, can I have the Pet Shop Boys album, please? A similar method led to the name of their second album, Actually. Since then, the album titles have maintained the abstract single-word form. Others include Behaviour, Nightlife, Fundamental, Elysium, Electric, Super, and Hotspot. And so, at the end of all that, Ralph,
Pain.
Knocked off that top spot and into 4th place, just missing out on a medal. But we have got our top 3. The bronze medal goes to AB Me with 87. Zeus picks up the silver with 100, but just a single point ahead with 101. Our winner is now cut that out. Well, good game, and well done to our medalists. Of course, points equal pennies in this game, so whatever your score was at the end, that will automatically be added on to your penny total and go towards the end of season prize draw. But well done, Toot. Good start for you this evening. 101 points on your score into triple figures is always good. Massive thanks to Shapes in his absence for a lovely pack, a really fun pack to get us started this evening. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed hosting that one right there. And GG to Toot. So, see if Toot's master's lower than it used to be. The pandemic is easing. Yeah, that'll be what that is. So, that's our first game. That was Red Herrings. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you again to Shapes for the question pack. Well done, everybody. Hope you had fun with it. Do stick around, because after this very short break, we are going into the face-off heats. The first of the heats. The first heat of the bracket stage. And this is going to be between Derek and DVD Smith and Ben's J and Zeusless. Going to have a chance to have a chat with them properly about their thoughts on the tournament and other things that they put in their application form. So if you four could head down towards the green room, that would be great. I'll head into the broadcast studio and get ready to share my screen. And we'll get your sound tested, and then we'll get on with that in just a moment. The first of 20 heats in this face-off tournament, which is transcending the whole of season number 7. And then, of course, later on, there's even more interactive mass multiplayer fun with Risky Business, as written by Sotley, another one that I've proofed, and it's a good pack. It's a very accessible pack. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it, so do stick around for all that. For now, though, we'll take a very short break. I'm going to go grab myself another drink, and congratulations again to Toot, and thank you again to Shapes for that pack. You've been watching Red Herrings. I'll be back in a few minutes' time. And don't go away, because in just a few short minutes, the face-off heat will kick off. You'll be mad to miss it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Bit of trouble with Discord slowness. Where I have to come back, I leave and come back in for a second.
Yeah. Is
All
my is my volume okay? This is.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right, cool. This is a brand new microphone, and I'm still trying to work out all the stuff with it. So, cool. Thanks, chat.
Sorry, chat. I'm muted, but apparently voice meter picks up people from the broadcast studios. So we're not saying anything pejorative about you. But yes, professional. We're just going to get some mic checks finalised. I think Benzie just wants to. He's back in now, so I'll be with you properly in just a minute.
Yep.
Welcome to Face Off Heat number 1, and I think that is the most out of sync I've ever seen those titles being. I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come for the rest of the tournament, but welcome to the first heat of 20. Just a quick overview for everybody watching of how the tournament structure works. After the qualifying event last Saturday and the subsequent play-ins, we have got 16 people whittled down from, I think, 35 entrants down to just 16. These 16 players will play across 5 days of matches. There are 4 matches on each day for a total of 20 heats. Across the gamut of those 20 heats, each of the competitors will play 5 heats, and it has been worked out and mathematically perfected so that everybody will play everybody exactly once, which is quite exciting. So where these 4 players are meeting tonight, they won't meet again until at the very earliest the semi-finals, and possibly even the final, or possibly even never again. Very fancy maths involved. Hello Panda, welcome to the stream, one of our adjudicators behind the scene. Also David, welcome to the stream, great to have you here. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a sore throat, I'm going to blame the running. So yes, this is the first heat, and just to explain the point structure and the tiebreakers for anyone who hasn't read the rulebook, at each round a player will be eliminated. If a player wins the heat, they get 4 points. If they come second, they get 2. If they come third, they get 1. And if they're out in the first round, they get 0. At the end of the 20 heats, the players with the highest score will progress to the playoffs and the final. And hello there, Tesk. Thank you very much for that follow, and thank you for reminding me that I need to go and switch off alerts because we're playing Face Off. That's a very distracting thing to happen mid-game, but I'm very grateful to you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. So the winning 2 players will automatically progress to the final. The next 4, so positions 3 to 6, will go into a playoff. No, they won't. 3 to 8 and 9 to 12, not exactly split up like that. They'll go into 2 playoffs. The winner of each will go into the final. So the top 12 out of 16 will potentially have a chance to get to the final. In the event the scores are tied, first of all, we look at the head-to-head record, so how, if there's a tie between, say, second and third, we look at how second and third fared when they played each other, with the higher scoring player, or the person who finished higher in that particular heat, taking priority. If we do need to go to a further tiebreak, we look at number of wins, and ultimately it breaks it down on seed, which is position in which they entered into this bracket. That's about all the admin at this end that I need to do. I think we're about ready to go. Let's meet our 4 players tonight. We've got Derek, who's a 36-year-old violist from Coventry. We've got David, he's a scientist from Hampshire. We've got Benzie, he's a 23-year-old online content creator from upstate New York. And we've got Zeus, he's a 32-year-old business analyst from London. To all 4 of you, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Great to have you with us. Derek, let me come to you first, if I may.
You may.
First timer in the face-off tournament, didn't get into the last face-off tournament, possibly before your time?
I think it was. I don't remember being around for it. So.
Well, Derek, I've got down here that people tell you that you look like Post Malone, with or without the facial ink. You decide. What's that all about?
I mean, apparently we look very much alike. I mean, he has the tattoos, I don't.
I must confess, I'm such a professional, I didn't even look up who Post Malone was. Oh, that dude! Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I was told that I had to look up who he was because I don't know.
Do you think you look like him?
I mean, the ink does kind of make it hard to tell.
Yeah, fair point.
It draws the eye a little bit.
Does rather.
There's a certain similarity there, I think. I think it's mostly the facial hair.
Fair enough. Now, you're a violist. Means you're a viola player.
Yes.
So did you read music at university, or is this something you've come to later, or had a career change at some point? Have you always been a musician?
I've always been a musician. I started on the violin, switched to viola later on.
So wait, did you realise there was more work available for viola players because there are fewer of them?
Little bit. You do feel more valued, certainly.
Yes. Great. So, well, it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow musician, and you're very welcome here in this face-off tournament. I'm sure we'll chat a lot more over the course of the season, but for now, Derek, welcome to Face-Off and good luck this evening.
Thank you.
What I was going to actually look at, just before I move on from that, I'm just going to look at your qualifying stats here, Derek, because you came through in... there was actually a discrepancy. You came through in 5th. It was recorded as 4th, but it was actually 5th due to a time discrepancy on Anonyman's time. So you answered 7 questions correctly in 44 and a half seconds, and you only got 3 wrong. So it's 70% accuracy rating. Bodes well coming into this tournament, I would say.
Right.
Good. Now I'm done with Derek. Derek, lovely to have a chat with you, and we'll speak to you in a bit. Facing off against Derek is David. David, good evening.
Hello, how you doing?
Very well indeed, thank you. Good to have you with us, and another first timer into the tournament, I believe.
Absolutely. I didn't. The first time I ever tuned into this stream was the charity stream last year. So
Yes.
This is entirely new. But I've been wanting to compete in this ever since I saw it. So this is exciting.
Well, you certainly set yourself a good start in the qualifier, actually finishing first in the qualifier bracket, only getting 1 question wrong, giving you an 87.5% accuracy rating, and taking just 30 seconds to get to those 7 correct answers.
I do feel like that was a bit of luck, though, because playing up against Tyson, who had a string of brutal questions, and then it came to me, and one of my questions was, what is 30 divided by 5? So I feel a little bit like this spot maybe isn't as earned as some of the other people, but I'm not complaining at all.
That's how the questions fall. Now, you put down as your occupation, you gave me 4 to choose from, and I just went with the first one. You put scientist, streamer, quizzer, nerd.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm assuming scientist is the actual occupation?
Scientist is the one that pays the bills.
Right.
And then the other 3 are, I mean, I don't know if you'd call them occupations, but they occupy a hell of a lot of my time, so I don't know what else to call them.
Well, that makes sense to me. So what sort of branch of science are you in?
Chemistry. I did chemistry at university, and now I just work in a lab that analyzes samples. And I can't really go into much more than that, sadly, because of the nature of what I do. But chemistry is.
Can't tell
I
us
work with a
anymore,
lot
you
of big
have to get
machines.
Well, it sounds very exciting. A Hampshire boy. So you're just up the road from me, or am I making it up? I thought you were in London now, but from Hampshire. Am I making that up?
No, I live in Hampshire. I'm not originally from London, as you can probably tell. But
Yes.
I used to live in. I've been living down south for about 11 years. I used to live in Kent for a long time, and then my work relocated me to Hampshire. Just literally at the start of lockdown, I ended up. I ended up stuck in lockdown for about 2.5 months, waiting for my house move to go through. So that was a fun time. But I'm now out in the countryside in Hampshire. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely part of the world. So I'm the next one over in Sussex. It's a great part of the world down here. Very, very. I say very welcome, like I somehow own it, which I don't. I just happen to live here as well. But now,
thank you for letting me in.
David, tell me about voluntary generated piloerection.
Yeah, I've got some pills for it. No, this is so that's I found out recently, and this was literally because of an episode of Taskmaster that went out at the end of last year, where one of the tasks was give yourself goosebumps. And I remember sitting there thinking, wait, you mean that you can't just give them yourself? And I found out that I actually have the ability to give myself goosebumps, and it's something like 1 in 1,500 people have the ability to give themselves goosebumps on command. And I didn't realize that this was a thing that other people couldn't do. And that's the fancy name for it, is voluntary piloerection or something like that, which sounds a lot less sexy.
And outside of that particular episode of Taskmaster, has this got any practical application? Not
really, outside of maybe convincing the people that I'm living with to turn up the heating by just saying, oh look, I'm cold, look at my goosebump. That's literally about it. But yeah, it's an icebreaker. That's its main function.
Nice. Well, it's certainly got a funky title, and thank you for sharing that with us.
That's
David,
right.
We will, I'm sure, talk more as the tournament progresses, but for now, welcome to Face Off, and the very best of luck this evening.
Thanks very much.
And David J. Bodycomb, welcome to the stream as well. Great to have you with us. Tuning in just in time for this heat. Facing off against Derek and David is Benzie. Benzie, good evening.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I will make a slight note on David's introduction that I believe I've heard of a piloerection as well. I think it was a question on the original GSN version of the Chase USA.
Oh, okay.
Food for thought there, but no, I'm doing pretty all right. I've spent like the last hour or so trying to sort of work my way into this, rewatching some of the last season stuff, and yeah.
Now you're actually you're unique in a couple of ways in this heat, because first of all you're the only contender from the other side of the pond in this heat, coming from upstate New York in the USA. You're also the only one here who has been in a face-off tournament before.
Yeah, quite an illustrious string of third place victories, as it were.
Lots of third places, so we've got something to build on.
And of course, that massive, I literally was just watching it, that massive, amazing Heat 5 against Alex, where it came down to a question of sport. You know the thing, literally for a split second, I was thinking of that Sky Show, League of Their Own. At first, and I was going to answer that, but I changed my mind at the last second. So that moment literally would not have possibly could not have happened if it weren't for. It is quite strange what can go down your head in just a split second. It's just right timing, right knowledge.
It's very very much the pressure of the clock can really get to people on this game. As I'm sure you appreciate from last season. You've seen it a lot in the previous tournament. It's pretty strong heat here, but also 3 players that haven't played in face-off before, outside of maybe an exhibition match or the qualifying event. How do you fancy your chances up here?
Well, if there's one thing I've learned from last year, it is not to answer any questions as to how I fancy my chances.
Very wise, very sage advice there, Benzie.
I think we've learned from my string of thirds that not wise for me to answer questions like that.
In which case, I will let you take the fifth. Is that the expression? Is take the fifth?
Yes, I will plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. There we go. Benzi, great to have you here, and I'm sure again we'll talk more as the tournament develops. But for now, the very best of luck in this heat tonight. And facing off against Derek, David, and Benzi is Zeus. Zeus, good evening.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, not doing too badly. I thought today I should probably sit down and maybe watch some shows and study a little bit. I'm now through the entire first season of Emily in Paris, so you can see how badly that went.
Well, fingers crossed we get some questions on Emily in Paris, the first season of Emily in Paris coming up, in which case it was time well spent.
Let's hope so.
Now, you're a business analyst.
Yep, that's correct.
Does that involve, forgive my ignorance, analysing businesses?
Yes, as the name suggests. I basically just put it forward to people as I'm a massive data and stats nerd. I just do a lot of numbers for an online voucher site.
Nice. And you say you might have mentioned this in voice chat before, but can you tell us about the time you once played I Spy with Sandy Togsvig?
Yeah, so it was on 15 to 1, the revival series, and it was the very first series that when they'd relaunched. And of course, you get to play 3 episodes. And in my first 2 episodes, I came 15th twice.
Oh.
So in my 3rd episode, beforehand, Sandy had sort of taken a shine to me. I think she just liked making name jokes. And so she came up to me and she's like, "You're going to get a question right. We're going to get you a question right. Let's start with some easy ones." And then she just starts playing I Spy with me. And I'm like, okay, I can get these ones.
Yeah, okay. Let's just play I Spy. 15 to 1 I Spy edition. You'd be in your element there. Just to look at your stats from the qualifier, and also Benzi's, because I didn't do that. They're kind of similar, actually. Both of you getting 7 questions right. Zeus taking you 13 questions to get there. Benzi taking 14 questions to get there. So sort of 50 to 55% between you. Benzi coming in on the last before the play-in slot, just taking just over a minute. Zeus 51.75 seconds. So we're up in the sort of 50-60 second mark for both of you here. And Zeus coming through in 11th seed. So we've got a good varied range of seeds in here. We've got 1st, 5th, 11th and 14th are the seeds as they've landed for this first heat. But, as you know, the seeds count for relatively little as we go into the game itself, and it all comes down to the clock. A quick refresher of the rules for the 4 of you. You will each have 60 seconds on your clock, and you'll face repeating a string of questions. If you get the question right, your clock stops and it moves on to the next player. If you get it wrong, your clock stays on and you get another question, and your clock stays on until you either get it right or you run out of time. The first player to run out of time will be eliminated. We rinse and repeat with 3 players in 90 seconds, and then 2 players and 120 seconds, with the last player surviving at the end being declared the winner and picking up the 4 points. Those are the rules of face-off. I've got my emergency stop button just in case anything creeps in where I need to take a second ruling. So in the audience and also in the arena, I do beg your patience in case there are any unexpected stops over the course of the game. Derek, David, Benzi and Zeus, are you ready to play?
Let's go.
Let's go.
As we'll ever be.
Good stuff. Well, the very best of luck to all 4 of you. Let's go to the face-off arena. And here we go, round 1, and in accordance with the draw as well, each of you will appear on each colour once, with the day 5 heat being randomised. But for this heat, Derek, you have drawn the short straw and you're on the blue podium and going to be starting first. Very best of luck to all 4 of you. And Derek, your time starts. Now, Derek, who composed the score for the musical The Phantom of the Opera?
Lloyd Webber.
Correct. David, from which European language does the cookery term au gratin
French.
come? Correct. Benzi, the African game bird similar in size to a chicken is known as a guinea what?
Pass.
It's a fowl. In which modern-day country was the political philosopher Karl Marx born?
Germany.
Correct. Zeus, which battle of 1314 saw a decisive victory for Robert the Bruce over... No, it's Bannockburn. In which country of the UK is the town of Carrickfergus? No, it's Northern Ireland. In popular speech, a very clumsy person is often compared to
China
a bull
shop.
in a...
China shop.
In a what shop? Yes, I will accept that. In a what shop? China is the answer. I don't know why I went to the button. I think I'm just getting a bit panicky at the moment because it's the first one. But Zeus, I will accept that answer. China.
You're telling us.
Derek, the clock is going to continue on you, and that time continues in 3, 2, 1. Derek, Honolulu is the capital of which US state? Correct. David, according to the common expression, to remain inconspicuous is to keep a low... Correct. Benzi, Bachelor Boy and Yugoslav Wedding appear on which soundtrack album by Cliff Richard? Summer Holiday. What P is the common name for a note of workers' wages and deductions?
Pass.
Payslip. The Buffalo Bills play American football for which US state?
New York.
Correct. Zeus, Adele won a Best Original Song Oscar in 2012. Correct. Derek, dipsomania means an... no, it's alcohol or drink. Which former Olympic champion was a Conservative MP from 92 to 97?
Sebastian Coe.
Correct. David, the island of South Georgia is in which ocean?
Atlantic.
Correct. Benzi, which pea is a gland that can be found below the
Pituitary.
brain? Correct. Zeus, Rudyard Kipling wrote the poem Gunga what?
Pass.
Din. In English legend, which leader of a band of outlaws is said to have lived in Sherwood Forest?
Robin Hood.
Correct. Derek, what is 2/3 of 90?
60.
Correct. David, the less prominent side of a single is known by which letter of the
side.
alphabet? Correct. Benzi, the three branches of US government are executive, legislative...
Judicial.
Judiciary, I'll accept. Zeus, the Mongol leader Kublai Khan lived in which
30.
century? Correct. Derek, in the Old Grey Whistle test, what was the nickname of host Robert Harris?
Whispering.
Whispering Bob Harris, yes. David, which word means grown up when applied to people and explicit
Adult.
when... Correct. Benzi, in medicine, the procedure that shares its name with a spoof rock band is known as spinal...
Tap.
What? Correct. Zeus, what is the capital of Nepal?
Pass.
It's Kathmandu. In the TV sitcom My Family, which actor played the part of Ben the Dentist?
Nick. Pass.
Robert Lindsay. Which 1959 comedy starred Jack Lemmon ends with the line, well, nobody's
pass.
perfect, some like it hot? In which stage musical does Prisoner number 24601 feature?
Rent.
No, Les Miserables. Who was the sixth and final wife of Henry VIII?
Catherine Parr.
Correct. Derek, what I is the system that produces the spark in the internal combustion
Ignition.
engine of... Correct. David, in which country of southern England are the towns of Chippenham and Devizes?
Dorset.
No, it's Wiltshire. On a road, zebra and pelican are types of
Crossing.
what? Correct. Benzi, what word, popular among conspiracy theories, is a portmanteau of chemical...
Chemtrails.
Correct. Zeus, who had a hit single in 1994 with their cover of Love Is All Around?
Phil Collins.
Wet, wet, wet. Which three-letter word can be a book of blank paper?
Hi.
It's a pad. Oh, and there we go. I'm just going to check in with my adjudicators. Yes, Toot was just about to say allow it. I got a bit panicky on one of the buttons and I just wanted an extra minute to think, and I thought I'd just press the button, think it through, and then move on with the question. But as it happens, a little academic here, Zeus. First heat and no points here. Bit of a tricky start, but still, long way to go.
Yeah, never mind. I think, excuse me, the only one that I'm a bit disappointed on is that I did know the capital of Nepal. It came to me as soon as I passed, but otherwise, they just really weren't my questions, I don't think.
I think it's one of those ones where actually if the questions don't fall your way, then there's only so much you can do. But also is that knowing when do I pass immediately? Do I take an extra second to have a think? Because of course all the while that clock is ticking down. Zeus, we will speak to you again in a few weeks' time. But for now, you do have to leave us on this heat. Do take care and we'll speak to you soon.
Thanks very much. Have a good evening.
And at the end of round one, Benzi has the least time on his clock, and then it's pretty tight between David and Derek, but it is Derek with the most. You'll be reordered according to the amount of time, with the least amount of time starting us off. Let's go to round number 2. So Benzi, over onto the left-hand side. You're battling for that third place again.
Hopefully I'm going to do a little better than that, but I'm already breaking my rule about not even saying about that. So
fair enough.
That was a really rough run for both Zeus and I, honestly. Though
there's a bit of stroke of luck of that New York question coming up. Oh, imagine if you got the Buffalo Bills question.
I've been there. I've been swept up in all that. Like, it is a really nice little spot, and they really do love their team. Upstate New York respects upstate New York.
Nice. Well, very well done. You are through to round 2. And so is David into the middle position now. David, how was that for you?
Not too bad. I'm annoyed about not getting the Wiltshire question because I was literally at a pub there about 4 hours ago. I was meeting friends in Salisbury, so yeah, I didn't realise that Devizes was that close.
Yeah, so Salisbury's a gorgeous city. I once sung Evensong in Salisbury Cathedral. True story.
Wow.
I was 19 years old with the University Chamber Choir. 19, maybe 20. But yeah, gorgeous part of the world. But there was only about a second in it between yourself and Derek there. So, but who knows? You've still got 90 seconds back on your clock now to try and make up for that here. And Derek, as the third person through, just over half your time left. Pretty close between you and David right there, but pretty solid run of questions for you so far.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, David and I were going blow for blow a little bit for a while.
Yeah. I'm just getting a statistic through from Panda. Of the 23 questions these three faced in the first round, only 5 were missed. That's a good showing. And we also welcome Quizzy Dan to the stream. Welcome, Quizzy Dan. Great to have you with us. So yes, only 5 missed of 23 questions. Let's see how you get on as we go to round 2. Benzie, you have the least amount of time left on your clock, so you will be starting us off in this round. Very best of luck to all 3 of you. And Benzie, your time starts now. Benzie, in the British Police Force, what C is the title of an officer of the
Constable?
Correct. David, the birthplaces of the Renaissance painters Raphael and Titian are in
Italy.
Correct. Derek, in the UK, which word precedes bridge, dome, and stadium?
Millennium.
Correct. Benzie, which city hosted the 1996 Summer Olympics?
Pass.
Atlanta. Who plays CIA operations officer Carrie Matheson in the TV series Homeland?
Pass.
It's Claire Danes. In cricket, players are said to be awarded which item of headgear when picked for internationals?
Pass.
It's a cap. Which ocean is linked to the Pacific by the Northwest Passage?
Atlantic.
Correct. David, which singer famously wore gold hot pants in her video to the #1 hit Spinning Around?
Kelly Dog.
Correct. Derek, which London Entertainment Listings magazine shares its name with a break in an American sports game?
Half time?
Time out. In weights and measures, 5.08 centimetres is equivalent to... Correct. Benzie, which Jersey-based detective had a former father-in-law
Pass.
named Jim Bacharach, in which fitness exercises the body raised from a prone position by strengthening
Pass.
the arms? It's a press-up. The African country Tanzania has a coastline on which ocean?
Atlantic.
No, it's the Indian. The Statue of Justice atop the Old Bailey holds a pair of scales in one hand
Pass.
and it's a sword. Which British sitcom, written by Simon Nye, featured Gary and Tony
Pass.
as housemates? Men Behaving Badly. Which term for a clumsy fumbler shares its name with a peanut butter chocolate bar?
A Snicker.
Butterfingers. Of which religion is the Bhagavad Gita a sacred text?
Buddhism.
Hinduism. In 2011, which singer released the album Born This Way?
Lady Gaga.
Correct. David, which word follows hall, hat, and umbrella to describe items often found near a
Stand.
front door? Correct. Derek, for which political party was Michael Meacher elected MP?
Labour.
Correct. Benzie, the NASA Galileo mission launched in 1989 was destined for which planet and its moons?
Saturn.
Jupiter. Which charity takes its name from a compassionate character in St. Luke's Gospel?
Samaritans.
Correct. David, installers of gas appliances are registered with which body, sharing its name
Corgi.
with a breed of... Correct. Derek, Beethoven's Piano Sonata number 14 in C sharp
Moonlight.
minor. Correct. Benzie, in MLB, what is the name of Boston's baseball team?
Red Sox.
Correct. David, what is the combination of letters and numbers added to an address to speed up
Postcode.
mail? Correct. Derek, trees of the genus Salix.
Willow.
Correct. Benzie, which domestic drama film received the most nominations at the 2019 Marriage Story? Bodmin Moor is located in which English county?
Pass.
Cornwall. According to... And that is time.
That was a rough one.
That was a brutal run of questions, Benzie. So many British ones.
Yeah.
So
really
many
tough.
British questions.
That spiral is real, but oh, Benzie, third place strikes again.
I mean, at least I've got a point.
Absolutely, point on the board, and that's what counts. It's they all count, they all add up. But yes, unfortunately, your heat does come to an end here. We'll talk to you again in a few weeks' time, Benzie. But well done on your point this evening. But it is going to be third place tonight. Thank you very much.
It's a start. Thank you very
There's
much.
a start. Speak to you soon. Which means David and Derek are going to progress to the final this week, and once again, barely any time at all between them, just almost exactly a second, but your positions are going to stay the same. David on the left, Derek on the right. Let's go to round number 3.
David's got more time than me.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
So Derek's going to be on the left and David's going to be on the right. I forgot.
Not anymore.
I forgot my rules. So you have indeed flipped places. So Derek, yes, it's a good thing the game knows what it's doing, even if the host doesn't.
Well, if I'm paying close attention, David went perfect in that last round. So
Did you not drop any questions, either of you?
I got one wrong. I don't think he did.
Aha. So, okay, that makes sense that we're here then. Though, Derek, I have to say, some blisteringly fast answers. There was a question you answered before I'd even finished processing the first 4 words of the question.
Willow was an
that was
exceptional
it.
answer. Well done.
I was like, where did that come from? I'd only just said Salix. I mean, I didn't have a clue on it myself, other than the fact the answer was here. But just the speed of it as well. That, I think you're probably going to find is going to be a very useful trait.
The keyword was very early in the question, which helps.
This is true. That's true. There's a good Pavlov there for you.
I think I hesitated on the hot pants, which not for the first time.
There are so many jokes and just not enough time here, David.
Yeah.
You have moved over to the right, so theoretically a very small advantage here, what with going second. How was that for you? I think a perfect run for you.
Yeah, just questions fell. Questions fell well for me. There were quite a few of the others that I didn't know and would have to pass on. So yeah, just luck again.
There will come a point, by the way, and I say this to all players, when you can't blame the questions just fell well for me for doing consistently well. There will come a point when you will have to concede. Well, you maybe not have to concede because obviously one wants to maintain a certain degree of modesty in this some decorum. But yeah, very strong performances from both of you. We have got a Derek David final. 120 seconds on each of your clocks, and the winner of this will take 4 points, with the runner-up taking 2. Good luck to you both. Derek, you're going to be starting us off, and Derek, your time starts now. Derek, according to Islam, who is regarded as the last prophet of God? Correct. David, who wrote the novel The Old Man and the Sea?
What's his name? Hemingway.
Correct. Derek, in the 1996 film version of Roald Dahl's Matilda, which actor played Harry Wormwood?
Danny DeVito.
Correct. David, when in written French, which accent is a short line over a letter sloping upwards from right to left?
Grave.
Correct. Derek, the initials PDSA stand for the People's Dispensary for
Animals.
Sick. Correct. David, in which year did Turin host the Winter Olympic Games?
2006.
Correct. Derek, the author of The Kissing Garden and Distant Music is Charlotte who?
Pass.
Bingham. In the TV puppet series Thunderbirds, what was the name of the butler?
Jeffrey.
No, it's Parker. In which Asian country is the city of Patna?
India.
Correct. David, Bleach, never mind an in utero.
Nirvana.
Correct. Derek, the children's comic hero Roy Race plays football for a team
Rovers.
called... Correct. David, if an MP changes political party, they are said to cross the floor. Which singer released his debut UK single Unchained Melody in 2002? Correct. Derek, what sea is the name of a walled city in the northwest of England on the River Dee? Correct. David, the town of Berwick in Northumberland stands at the mouth of which river?
Tweed.
Correct. Derek, which mainland country would you reach if you sailed due west from Angola?
Brazil.
Correct. David, which country lies between Canada and Mexico?
USA.
Correct. Derek, in cricket, what is the name given to the 3 pieces of wood onto which 2 bales are... Correct. David, which famous Italian artist was born in 1452?
Da Vinci.
Correct. Derek, King William II of England was killed while hunting in which forest in southern
England?
England? No, the New Forest. In America's Sweetheart, which actress stars alongside Catherine Zeta-Jones as her sister Kiki? Julia Roberts. What is 17.5% of £2?
35p.
Correct. David, who was the Greek goddess of love and beauty?
Aphrodite.
Correct. Derek, the huckleberry fruit is native to what continent?
North America.
Correct. David, in 1942, who earned the first gold record in history for Chattanooga Choo Choo?
Pass.
Glenn Miller. During which decade were 2 of the Queen's children born?
50s.
No, the 60s. What eye was the tribunal set up by Pope Gregory IX responsible for discovering and condemning heretics?
Illuminati.
No, Inquisition. In monetary terms, how many pounds is a pony worth?
Fiver.
No, 25. According to the common saying, if you expose yourself to to help someone else, you stick your... Correct. Derek, what is the nationality of the novelist Margaret Atwood?
Canadian.
Correct. David, Assam and Oolong are varieties of which beverage?
Tea.
Correct. Derek, in which table sport are the 2 sets of balls often called spots and stripes?
Pool.
Correct. David, what term is given to any 4-sided polygon?
Square.
No, quadrilateral. Which word is the usual term for the planks of wood that make up an ordinary floor?
Floorboards.
Correct. Derek, what name is given to a plot of land rented from a local authority for growing vegetables? Correct. David, John Alderton narrated which children's TV series featuring a fire engine called Jessica?
Fireman Sam.
Correct. Derek, and the common expression if something is going well, it is said to be as right as...
Right.
Correct. David, in the TV comedy Absolutely Fabulous, June Whitfield played the mother of which character?
Babs.
Adina Monsoon. From which language do we get the words Springbok, Trek and Apartheid?
Dutch.
Afrikaans. The Italian word bianco means which colour in English?
White.
Correct. Derek, when Uri Geller renewed his marriage vows in 2001, which US
Michael Jackson.
Correct. David, in the UK, Whitehaven is a seaport on the coast of which county?
Kent.
Cumbria. Which creature in the Chinese zodiac is not a real animal?
I'll pass.
The Dragon. Which early 20th century American escape artist was nicknamed the Handcuff King?
Houdini.
Correct. Derek, what was the nationality of the artist Frida Kahlo?
Mexican.
Correct. David, on television, Constable George Dixon was a police officer at which fictional police station?
The Bill, pass.
Doc Green. In which modern country is the site of the Bronze Age city of Mycenae?
Well played, Derek.
Thank you. Tough swing there in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had a little
I think
bit...
I think the questions just fell for me.
I have to tell you what, I had a moment's hesitation when you said Dutch when it was Afrikaans, because I know they've got sort of similar derivations. But...
Yeah, Afrikaans is correct, though. There's nothing I could do about that one.
Right. Okay, that's all right. Thank you for taking it in good spirit. It means saves me going for a ruling. David, a tremendous show, and it was neck and neck for. I think you had an early lead there, and then it was neck and neck, and then it just slipped the other way, and it's Derek who's eked out the victory. But you've done a splendid first heat right here, leaving with your head held high, very definitely, and 2 points going on to the leaderboard. But unfortunately, it is second place for this heat. We'll speak to you again in the next heat, but for now, thank you very much.
All right, thanks very much. Well done again, Derek.
Thank you. Well played yourself.
Which means the winner of this first heat of this tournament of face-off is Derek. Well done, sir. Our Violet from Coventry, our first player to take 4 points. Good strong performances there again. A couple of questions dropped, but nothing too egregious there, and keeping well over 30 seconds of time banked at the end after everyone else had gone out. So, yeah, very good performance, very strong performance from you there. Only the 4 of you who've played so far, but we can go and have a look at this leaderboard, and hopefully it will have updated everything. Look at that! Oh, magic! Derek with 4 points right there. David with 2. Benzie with 1. Now, the column that is displayed on this leaderboard is the wins column, and I will stress this several times over the course of the tournament, I'm sure. That is not the first tiebreak metric. Alright, the wins column is not the first tiebreak metric. The first tiebreak metric is the head-to-head. So, for example, if Derek and David ended up on the same score, Derek would be ahead on the grounds that he won the head-to-head. But it would probably show David as ahead if they had the same number of wins. It was just too much extra stuff to program for a relatively minor thing. It was going to be quite a lot of aggro, both to display it and also to program it. I wasn't quite sure how I'd go about displaying the head-to-head rather than just, aside from just having one person ahead of the other. So just something to bear in mind. But for now, obviously, the points as they stand, you have got the lead there, Derek. So very well done. Go and have yourself a well-earned beer or a cup of coffee or something, whatever it is you fancy at this time of night. Put your feet up, and hopefully you can come and join us for some risky business in a few minutes. And we'll see you for your next heat in a couple of weeks' time.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Derek. So, at the end of the first heat, those are the scores on the board. Derek leading at the moment with 4 points. David with just 2. Benzie with 1. Zeus yet to score, though still with 4 heats left to play. And of course, we've got another 3 heats in this first day, the next of which will be taking place on Tuesday, and then there will be 2 next Saturday. The following week, there's some music competition going on, which has meant a lot of the players aren't going to be available. So there won't be any face-off Tuesday week, but we have got 1 on Tuesday and then 2 a week today. So I do hope you'll come and join us for those. For now, that is the end of heat number 1. All the tension and the pressure is going to be relieved now, and we are going to go and play some risky business as written by Sotley. I do hope that you'll join me for that. Congratulations to Derek, you've won heat number 1, and I will see you in a few minutes' time. So with the first heat concluded, game night continues with some risky business right after this very short break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Hope you had your doo-wops ready. It's time for risky business. The lightness and the fun continues after all the serious tenseness of the... Tensity, I suppose, of the face-off arena. It's time for a bit of fun in risky business. And I always forget I need to put this one onto just monitor. As long as there's not something else on there. Yes, because I've got a cam in the game and the chat on the screen, so might as well maximise your view. Welcome to Raising the Bar, Shadowmane and Not a Cat. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Just in time for some risky business. And if you want to play, you need to type in this here code. Ah, there we go. JKGT. And this pack comes to us courtesy of Itzotli, aka Liam. One that I proofed myself, and it's lovely. It's a lovely pack. It's very accessible, and I think you'll have a great time with it. It's going to be the final game of the evening, so get in now if you want to play. Won't be anything spontaneous happening this evening, because I'm tired. It's been quite a long day between wedding and going into town and run this morning. When Ben says successful, it means there's a Doctor Who question. I can neither confirm nor deny whether there is a Doctor Who question in this pack. Can neither confirm nor deny. Hey Siri, do you work?
I'm a virtual assistant. That means I get to help people and talk to you. It's a pretty great gig.
Cool. That's good. Mindfulness. Why does mindfulness keep... I don't want to reflect. No, now is not the time for mindfulness, actually. As it happens. So yeah, I've got Strava on my phone now, which is quite cool. On my phone, on my watch. Well, it's also on my phone, so that's quite fun. When I go for a little run, it tells me the exact route and how far I went and what my average speed was. And so I got targets to work towards, which is always good fun. So points equal pennies in this game. Gold, silver, and bronze available for our top 3 players. I'll just give you till the end of this sting, and then we will get on with the game. 26 people in so far. It's a nice number. Let's give you some risky pennies as well, just to go on. Is it going to do the magic number? 2 out. Risky 71. If you want 10 pennies, come and grab them now. That's the wrong chord. There we go, that's the end of the sting. I've had my little play along moment. Let's stop that bonus right there and let's get on with this game. There you all are over on the left hand side. A lot of fun to be had in Risky Business. No eliminations here, much like Red Herrings. You can all play throughout and go for the best score that you can. Let's explain the rules to round number 1. Round 1 is called Favourable Odds. You'll be presented with a question and 5 options. More than one of the options may be a correct answer. You need only submit 1 letter for each question within 15 seconds. You're not looking for all the right answers, just one of them. Number of correct answers reduces with each question, whilst the amount of points you score increases. So for the first one, if you get a right answer, you get 2 points. The next one you get 3, the next one you get 5, and so on. That's the sort of metric: 2, 3, and then 5. Answering a question incorrectly at any time will reduce your score to 0. You do not have to answer. Abstention will not be penalised, but wrong answers will. For the first 3 questions, abstaining will not affect your score. To play question 4, you must choose to risk your points when prompted. You only get to see the options, not the questions. You've got to make a decision based on the options presented to you, and there may be some rug pulls. You've been warned. You must choose to risk your points when prompted. If you don't want to play, do nothing. Your score will be banked. Question 4 has 5 options, only 1 correct answer. If you pick the right one, your score is doubled. Otherwise, you lose everything. Total of 3 sets of 4 questions in round 1, giving you a maximum of 60 points available. Good luck to you all in this first question. There will be 4 correct answers. Just find one of them to get yourself 2 points. And your options are 21, 29, 17, 31, 11. Name a prime number. AB me. Oh, there's AB me. Not a cat. Make it a perfect board of green. Yay! Everyone's gone green, so you're alphabetised. Yes, 21 is, of course, divisible by 7 and 3. All the others are prime numbers. And 11, the most popular answer there. Very well done. So you've got 2 points, but they're not completely safe yet. You can lose them if you give me a wrong answer. You don't have to play, remember. Abstention will preserve them on these opening questions. Let's clear the board, and we'll go on to question number 2. 3 correct answers available here. 3 points if you can find one. And your options are hotel corridor, train carriage, Downing Street, hospital ward, art gallery. Name a setting for the TV show Inside Number 9. Well done. If you gave me an answer there, Downing Street and Hospital Ward were incorrect. If you gave me either of those, I'm afraid you've been wiped out. In fact, almost perfect thirds here. 9 playing, 8 abstaining, and then 9 going wrong. So perfectly split question there. Yes, 3 points if you gave me a correct answer to that. Hotel Corridor, Train Carriage, and Art Gallery. Hotel Corridor is in Zanzibar, Season 4, Episode 1. Train Carriage is in La Couchette, Season 2, Episode 1. And Art Gallery is in Private View, Season 7, Episode 36. I think Downing Street was the setting of an episode of Black Mirror, which I'm told is similar in a way to Inside Number 9, though I'm yet to actually watch it. It's been on my radar for some time, and I will get around to it eventually. Let's... clear the answers, and we'll go on to question number 3. There are 2 correct answers here, 5 points if you can find one of them. Have a look. Options are Bob the Builder, Fireman Sam, Super Ted, Mr. Blobby, The Wombles. Name an artist to have had a UK Christmas number 1. Hello, brand new Halo, welcome to the stream. Raising the bar, you have to whisper. Top content. Listwitz, Bad Space King, P5, and Tadaru all wiping out on that one. All going for the Wombles. No one going for Fireman Sam or Super Ted here. Yeah, unfortunately, the Wombles with a wombling Merry Christmas only reached number 2. An absolute travesty, as Sotley has put it there. 61% going for Bob the Builder, of course, Christmas number 1 in 2000. Mr. Blobby was Christmas number 1 in 1993. So... quite a few players there. 9 players with a perfect score of 10. We've then got quite a few on 7 and quite a few on 5 as well. Just the 4 players with no points. Unfortunately, you will not be able to risk on this question. But if you have got some points at stake, you can choose to risk. It's R to risk if you want to. But remember, if you choose to risk, you are bound to the question and abstention will be treated as wrong. Okay, so if you choose to risk, you've got to give me an answer or your points will be wiped out. Double points if you find the 1 right answer, or you can do nothing at this stage and you can bank the points you've got and keep them safe. Let's have a look. Well, we'll clear the board and we'll have a look at the 5 options without a question, and they are Kaiser Chiefs, Gorillas, Kazabian, Arctic Monkeys, Foo Fighters, Bank or Risk. There's a lot of risk happening there. And Colo, Dogfish, Silent Marine, and Not a Cat putting points into the bank. And don't blame you. Keep those points safe. Not a Cat, if we could keep spoilers out of the chat until the question has been revealed, even if you think you might know where it's going, let's just keep it spoiler-free until it has been revealed. I'd be very grateful to you. Hope it's not a bait and switch, says too. Well, I'm hoping that the spelling of these may have actually been a clue as to where this is going, because they're all spelt wrong. Kaiser Chiefs, the band, is spelt with an S. Gorillas, the band, is spelt with a Z. Kasabian with an S. Arctic Monkeys has got a C in it. And Foo Fighters is F-double-O. Oh dear. Could be going into rug pull territory for 18 players. Maybe you know the answer anyway. Good luck. Here is the question. Name a South African football team. Oh, lots of people knowing this. Lots of people knowing this. Doubling up points, a couple of wipeouts here. Apodo wiping at MPL Dot. You've got to give me an answer or you'll wipe out. Oh, well done. You found it in the nick of time. Yes, the Kaiser Chiefs with a Z are the South African football team. I'm genuinely surprised as many people as that knew that, but maybe it's just I'm ignorant. I know nothing about sport. Certainly not international sport. Barely know anything about domestic sport. Apodo, Lingomaniac, and Razor Bar, unfortunately wiping out your points there. I'm so sorry. Nothing going into the bank, but well done to everyone else who gave me a correct answer there. Doubling up your scores. Let's put them into the bank. There we go. After the first 4 questions, we have got 7 players on the maximum score of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4 players have got 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players have got 10. Still much to play for. Another set of 4 questions coming up. Starting with this one. 5 options. 4 are correct. Options are TikTok of Oz, the Scarecrow of Oz, the Emerald City of Oz, the Cowardly Lion of Oz, the Tin Woodman of Oz. Name a book written by L. Frank Baum. nice trivia there at Stotling. Of course they're from Leeds, aren't they? The Kaisers. Ooh! Bit of a spread there. Just over a third going for D, the Cowardly Lion of Oz. No. Emerald City 1910, TikTok 1940, Scarecrow 1915, Tin Woodman 1918 were all written by Baum. Cowardly Lion was written after Baum's death by Ruth Plumley Thompson. So it does exist, but not by L. Frank Baum. No one going for Tin Woodman of Oz, but 23 people going for TikTok of Oz, which seems odd, but that may be where TikTok got its name from. Who knows? Well done if you got some points there. Let's clear the board and go on to question number 2. 3 correct answers up here. Have a look. Apple. Coconut. Cherry. Passion fruit. Raspberry. Name a current flavour of the liqueur sours. Finally something Claire's knowledgeable about. Silent Marine, Mark, NPL Dart and AB me abstaining, hanging on to their points. Just Tadaru going for passion fruit there. Unfortunately not the right answer. Apple, cherry and raspberry is what we wanted. Many nights remembered drinking far too many shots of apple sours. I don't think I've ever just ordered one shot of apples. It's like Jaeger bombs. You can't order just one. A woman once tipped me £10 to keep pouring her cherry sours after the bar would close. Is that right? Isn't that illegal? That sounds deeply illegal. But yeah, cherry, apple and raspberry. I did quite like apple. I said to it subtly when I go through, I think liqueur is doing some very heavy lifting there. Other current flavours are mango, tropical and rainbow ice, which tastes like blue ice pops for those who remember. Oh, blue ice pop. Them were the days. 10p ice pop. You go from the corner shop on the way in, from the bus to drop you off. You go to the corner shop, you get a 10p ice pop. And oh, they were good. They were good. I mean, they were probably horrifically bad for you. And I'm reaping the rewards now at my old age. But yeah, those were the days. Right, well done if you got some points. Plenty of 5s up there. Let's clear the board. And let's go on to question number 3 of this set. 2 correct answers and 5 points if you can find one. Options are Dick Dastardly, Top Cat, Yogi Bear, Scooby-Doo, Fred Flintstone. Name a team captain from the Hanna-Barbera Laugh Olympics, or Laugh Olympics. Remember, you don't have to play. I got in trouble for it, but I just said I didn't know the bar had closed. Fair enough, Jack. Ignorance is a solid defence there. Only 6 players getting correct answers here. 7.7% go for Scooby-Doo, 50.4% for Yogi Bear, 15.4% also going for Dick Dastardly, which is a wrong answer, as were Top Cat and Fred Flintstone. Teams were the Scooby-Doobies, the Yogi Yahooies, and the Really Rottens, who were captained by Mumbly. So Top Cat, Dick Dastardly, and Fred Flintstone. Wrong answers there. I'm afraid if you give me a wrong answer, you've wiped out, and you cannot risk on this next question. We've got 3 players to attend, Lupine, Apodo and Listwitz, and of those 3, Lupine is the only one with points in the bank, and it's a maximum of 20. Is he going for another maximum, or is he going to play it safe? Remember, you see 4 options, but no question, and if you choose to risk, you are bound by the question, and absentia will be treated as wrong. If you don't want to play, leave it blank, and we'll put your points in the bank. Good luck. Options are Djibouti, Andorra, Guatemala, Kuwait, Samoa, bank or risk? I'm now thinking it's probably Djibouti. It's probably a silent D, isn't it? Oh, playing a bit more cautiously now. Just 5 players risking here. This question could go in any number of ways. These are all spelled wrong too. Is that right too? Just 5 players. Jogging Chum, Raising the Bar, Mark, Lingermaniac and Aaron are risking their points. No one has 10. So Lupine has now got the lead with 30. Samson's second with 25. David and Toot and Zeus tied up with 20. But that could all change because we've got 2 players with 20 points in the bank who are risking. Let's see what this question brings. Name a country whose capital city does not, Aaron there before I finish reading the question, does not contain the name of the country. DJ Ibuti. Oh, Lingo's aired. Raising the bar has also aired. Battle luck. 3 getting it right, 2 going wrong. Djibouti and Kuwait do contain the country name of the capital city, as do Andorra and Guatemala. Samoa is the only one there that does not. Well done to Aaron Mark and Jogging Chum for getting that. Andorra la Vella, Djibouti, Guatemala City, and Kuwait City are the capitals of those 4 respectively. Apia is the capital of Samoa. Very well done. Add those points to the bank. Oh, look at this. Jogging Chum takes the lead. 36. My. Good score here, Jogging Chum. Lupine in second with 30 and Aaron in third with 26. One more set of questions, starting with this one. 4 correct answers available and 5 options. Here they are. Bull. Eagle. Dragon. Giant. Whale. Name a guardian of Iceland. Ooh. Looks like a lot of people going for the obvious wrong answer there. Yes, whale. There is no whale guardian. The bull, the eagle, the dragon, and the giant are all guardians of Iceland, but the whale is not. We ate whale when we went to Iceland. I love Iceland. I will never stop. I may never stop talking about it. It was lovely. I strongly recommend it. Take a lot of money. It's quite expensive, but it's such a gorgeous place. It's my favourite Marvel movie, Guardian of Iceland. Nice. Yeah, we ate whale. Mrs. Flush ordered a whale steak. I had whale for the starter. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, go to Iceland. Not now. Finish playing the game, then go to Iceland and report back. Right, let's go on. Oh, I'm on the wrong window and I've just opened a new tab. Let's not do that. Let's go on. Question number 2 of this set. 3 correct answers, 3 points if you can find one. Options are: consumed rat poison, caught a lift in a car, kidnapped by a cartel, swam across a lake, chased by wild dogs. Name something that happened to a competitor in the 1904 Summer Olympics marathon. Yeah, it's in one of the strangest Olympic games ever. I think this has been the subject on QI before. It's absolutely amazing content. Yeah, I think this is coming from QI. Wasn't kidnapped by a cartel, nor did he swim across a lake, but he was chased by wild dogs about 3 miles off course. He went a lot of the way by car. Someone else apparently went by train, and he consumed rat poison. I don't know if it was sort of supposed to be performance-enhancing poison. There is a good link here that Liam has left us, which I am happy to share with you. Is that copy link? Have a look at that if for more information on that. Well done, plenty of players getting points there, just 5 wiping out. We've got one more question to earn some risk. 2 options will be correct here, 5 points if you can find one of them, and those options are Mushroom Wars, the Battle of Big Bird, War of the Three Sanchos, the War of the Seven Bridges, War of the Stray Dog. Name a real conflict. Maybe you don't have to play. You can save the points you've got. If you've got nothing, you might as well have a guess. And there's your time up. The War of the Seven Bridges, the Battle of Big Bird, and the Mushroom Wars were not real, unfortunately. Seven Bridges is made up based on an Euler maths problem. Mushroom Wars is a video game. Battle of Big Bird is made up, although would be a very interesting episode of Sesame Street. Stray Dog and the Three Sanchos are real conflicts. So there we go. Well, the majority of people there, or plurality, I suppose, going for War of the Stray Dog. Well done if you did get that. And well done if you've got some risk at the end of that question. 7 players with a maximum of 10. Mark and Ampil Dart both have 8, and quite a lot with 5. AB Me and Bad Space King with 3. All of you can potentially risk it on this question, but remember you see the options, but not the question. Oh, what's going to happen? It's got a bank or risk moment. Only 1 correct answer, double points if you're right, but if you choose to risk, you can't abstain. You are bound by the question. Options are the wheel, the cube, the chase, the wall, the crystal... No, it runs out there. The crystal maze. Bank or risk? Quite a few sticking points in the bank, don't blame you, but we have got 11 players risking on this question. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, good luck to you all 11 of you. Here is the question. Remember, you can't abstain, you've got to give it a go. Abstention will be a wipeout anyway. Here's the question. Name a Doctor Who TV story. Swerve will cause whiplash. 2 called it. Mind you, we're doing well so far. Oh, there's a couple of slip-ups. Oh, 8 getting the right answer, 3 wiping out. It was The Chase. It's second Dr. Patrick Troughton story. Season 2. No, season 2, William Hartnell story. Yes, season 2, meaning it was...
I didn't get that.
Shut up, Siri. No, go away. Piss off. Yes, season 2 story with William Hartnell as the Doctor. The Chase. The Cube, the Wheel, the Wall, and the Crystal Maze. Unsurprisingly, all incorrect answers there. Very well done to Samster, David, and DMC, and Listwitz, who all get the maximum risk in that round. Very well played. Let's put... Yeah, he needs a co-host credit, he really does. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 1. And Samster jumping back into first. Well, I say back into first place, I think it's the first time he's been there. Samster leapfrogging into first place with 45 points. David and Mark and Lupine all tied up with second with 40. And DMC currently in third with 37. Jogging Chell not managing to bank out any points from that final set is 36, no longer leading the pack. But those are the scores at the end of round 1, but there's still all to play for. Lingomaniac raising the bar yet to score, but don't worry. Still plenty of chance to earn yourself some points as we go to round number 2. Round 2 is the board game. You'll be presented with a question and 9 options. Anything from 4 to 7 of the options may be a correct answer. So submit as many options as you like within 60 seconds. You can separate them with commas, spaces, or not at all if you prefer, or you can do them one at a time, or you can do them all in one go. For each correct answer submitted, you'll receive 5 points, but if you give me any incorrect answers, it reduces your score back down to 0. So only play the ones you're sure of, but I'm not going to tell you how many correct answers are there. It will be between 4 and 7. There's no fun in telling you exactly how many, is there? I prefer round 3 beer pong. Scores are banked after each board, and with 3 boards in round 2, there's a maximum of 60 to 105 points available, depending how many correct answers do appear. So, good luck. Let's go to board number 1, and the options are... Giant's Causeway, Old Man of Store, Lake District, Cheddar Gorge, Portsmouth Dockyards, City Walls of York, Palaces of Westminster, Stonehenge, Fountains Abbey. Identify the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So blue, once the computer's got an answer from you, and you'll be shown on the risk column exactly how many. So wait for answers from Zeus, MPL, Listwitz and Mark at this point, but still got a few seconds to go. Alright, so that's at least one answer from everybody. Raising the Bar's gone for 5. I don't think I'm seeing anyone else who's gone for more than 3. Oh, now I have. Toot's gone for 4. Here come the ticks. Last few seconds. Innes going for 4 as well. Plenty of green up there. Nice to see. Not a perfect board, but plenty of green. Yes, the correct answers there. Giant's Causeway, Lake District, Palaces of Westminster, Stonehenge, and Fountains Abbey. The wrong answers: Old Man of Store, Cheddar Gorge, Portsmouth Dockyards, and City Walls of York. Curiously, the only ones there that I've actually been to are the two of the wrong answers. I've been to Cheddar Gorge and I've been to the Portsmouth Dockyards. Have I been to the Palaces of Westminster? Is that the House of Commons? The Palaces of Westminster, the House of Commons and the House of Lords? Because I've probably walked past them, but I've never been in them. Top of Big Ben. Wow. The top of Big Ben is actually the bell. It's the Elizabeth. You've been to the top of the Elizabeth Tower, I think is what you mean there, DVD Smith. Hashtag pedantry. Hashtag Royal Rocks. Right. That's the end of that board. Let's put the points into the bank. How's the Parliament of Benefit? Cool. Sam's with the lead. David's in second. DMC's in third. Here is another board. This is too long to type. He says as he types it into the chat. Kappa. Here's your next board. Options are: induct Lord into the House of Lords. Make favourite takeaway a census question. Voting age reduced to 5. Reduce the alphabet to 20 letters. A 99p coin. Sell socks in packs of 3. Passport colour based on political votes. Noel Edmonds to sort Brexit. All dogs relocated to the Isle of Dogs. Identify the genuine policies of the official monster raving loony party. What a great question. Feels appropriate because I'm sure there's an election on the horizon at some point. Love an election. I just can't wait to watch what's his name, Jeremy Vine, get a paint roller out and just paint the whole map red with a yellow head. Yeah, that's obviously not going to happen. Wishful thinking maybe, but yeah, there it is. Right, answers from everyone except raising the bar. Last few seconds to get any more in if you want to have a go. Not seeing much more than a 4. Let's switch it on for 4. Let's see. Ooh. Wow, a lot of red going on there. A lot of red. Coming more of a trade rate than it already is. True, Lingo, true. So the wrong answer, all the correct answers are from loonyparty.com and all the incorrect answers Liam made up, so we applaud your creative imagination. Induct Lords into the House of Lords. No, that's not a thing. Make favourite takeaway a census question. I think that's a really good policy, but it's not one of the Monster Raven Loony Party's policies. Reduce the alphabet to 20 letters. I think we'd struggle. I can imagine this getting down to 25, but although what would go? Get rid of X and you just have an EKS instead or something. I don't know. All dogs relocated to the Isle of Dogs. I wonder, that would be a difficult policy to enact. The 99p coin is the most famous one. That's been on their manifesto for some time. Voting age reduced to 5. Socks in packs of 3. Noel Edmonds to sort Brexit, and passport colour based on political votes. I mean, it's not all stupid. Let's clear the board and put the points into the bank. Souths are still with the lead of 70. DMC now moving into second, just 3 points behind, and David 2 points behind that on 65. One more set of answers. Have a look. No need for B, E, or N. Very nice. Very droll. Order! Press that button. Right, final board options are Jackie Chan, Monty Python's Black Knight, Chuck Norris, Sonic the Hedgehog, Michael Jackson, Power Rangers, George Washington, Mr. Rogers, Gandalf the Grey. Identify the beings named in Neil Cicerega's Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. This is quality content. I love this song. Ultimate question of ultimate quiz today. How much of it I And there we go. P5 finding 6 there. Very well done finding all 6 of them. Lingo grabbing 5. DMC 2 and Raising the Bar all finding 4. Mark, NPR, Dogfish, Fluid Fernando, Bad Space King, Not a Cat, and Silent Marine all wiping out, I'm afraid. How does it go? Old Godzilla was stomping around Tokyo City. Was it Tokyo or New York? Tokyo City like a big playground when suddenly Batman began to appear. And something else with a Batman. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack and blew Batman away with a rat-a-tat-tat. It was the bloodiest battle that the world ever saw. Something, 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 something. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions. As far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Something like that. Yeah, and then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight and something Terminator and something every single Power Ranger. I have a feeling Sonic does appear in the video but isn't mentioned by name. George Washington isn't there, but I'm pretty sure Abraham Lincoln is. And pulled an AK-47 out from under his hat and blew Batman away with a rat-a-tat-tat. Yes. Michael Jackson, not sure about, but clearly I'm not sure if they're in the video, but clearly not mentioned in the song. Jackie Chan, Monty Python's Black Knight, Chuck Norris, Power Rangers, Gandalf the Grey, and Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater. The correct answers there. Very well done to everyone who's managed to bank out some points from there. Let's put the points into the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 2. Yes. Yes, Chuck Norris was the one who delivered a kick that could shatter bones into the crotch of Indiana Jones. And then he lay on the floor, writhing in pain as Batman turned back into Bruce Wayne. But Chuck saw through his clever disguise and crushed Batman's head in between his thighs. Yeah. I should learn the whole thing, really, and then I can play it as a pre-stream song one time, maybe. So, at the end of round 2, DMC has the lead with 87, Samsters in second with 85, and David's in third with 75, 270, P5 60. Still a lot to play for, though, as we go into round number 3. Round 3 is this or that. You'll be presented with a question and only 2 options. One is correct, one is incorrect. A or B within 7 seconds. Answering a question correctly will give you increasingly more points. So the first correct answer gives you 1, the second will give you 2, and so on. Answer a question incorrectly at any time, it reduces your score to 0 and it will reset your correct answer streak. If you abstain from a question, it will bank your points and reset your correct answer streak. So if you don't know one, but you've got a decent run of risk building up, abstain from the question, it will reset your risk. You start again from 1, but those points will be safely put into the bank. With 15 questions in the round, there's a maximum of 120 points available, which means it is still anyone's game, and it's always very fun to watch the analysis of this as it unfolds. Good luck to you all, and you need to be fast, so keep your eye on the chat for the questions. There's no reason to learn that unless it's 2006 yet. I disagree too. I disagree with you profoundly. Anyway, good luck, have fun. Round 3, this or that, A or B, options are Japan, France. The verified oldest person to have ever lived is from which country? Yeah, that's a bit of a curveball at the start. I would have thought Japan as well. I think the oldest living person might be Japanese, but the oldest person to ever have lived was Jean Calment, or Calment, Jean-Louise Calment, was a French supercentenarian, I think that's how you pronounce that. She died on the 4th of August 1997, aged 122 years, 164 days, in the same place she was born, Arles Bouches-du-Rhône, in France, or en France, if you like. Well done if you got that one. 1 point of risk on the board. Let's there'll be no risk in the bank yet because no one's got enough. DMC with the bank lead at the moment. Let's go on to question number 2. This or that, A or B. Options are prokaryotic, eukaryotic. What type of cell has a nucleus? Yeah, I was struggling on that one. David is putting points into the bank here. And that's my dog scratching at the door. Eukaryotic. And there's an article there, which is very nice. So yes, eukaryotic as opposed to prokaryotic, which does not have a nucleus. Less banking, more ran out on... fair enough. Well, John Chum, Aaron, Innes and Tadaru have got a maximum risk streak of 3. Let's clear the board, put David's 1 point into the bank, and we'll go on to question number 3. This or that, A or B, eukaryotic. Thank you, Claire. That's a much better way of pronouncing that. Phonetics there. I appreciate that. Eukaryotic. Question number 3. This or that, A or B. Options are Hamlet, Othello. Who speaketh the line, alas poor Yorick, I knew him Horatio. Oh, hello, Topper. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. Yes, it was Hamlet, alas poor Yorick, I knew him Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest. I'm not going to do the whole soliloquy on this occasion, another time perhaps. But if you want to see Yorick, there he is in the background. That is Yorick. He's my Yorick, who sits up on the shelf behind me there, amongst all the Doctor Who paraphernalia. Thank you, Light. So yes, Hamlet from Act 5, Scene 1, if memory serves. Infinite jest. Alas, poor Eric. Who did I kill to get that? It was somebody who hadn't fact-checked their question pack. They submitted a pack for game night and they didn't fact-check it. And so I keep it as a trophy, as a warning to all future writers. As you know, I can't back that up. That's a joke David J. Boddicker made the first time he saw it, which is a good joke, to be fair. Johnny Jump, Aaron, Innes and Tadaru, also with a maximum risk streak of 6. Lupine's putting a point in the bank. Let's put it there now. As we go to question number 4, this or that, A or B, options are Kappa, Lull. Josh DeSano is better known as what? Better known as Kappa. I think the person behind the Kappa emote is someone called Josh DeSano. There's an article there on unlocking people through Twitch emotes. And if you type Josh DeSano into Google, you will indeed get the Kappa guy, not the lol guy. Well done. Zeus and Bad Space King, Liswitz and MPL Dart putting risk into the bank. Aaron, Innocent Tadaru still with a maximum risk streak of 10. Let's put the points into the bank as we go to question number 5. This or that, A or B. That's poor Kappa. Question 5, this or that, A or B. Options are Youngblood, Machine Gun Kelly. Which singer is engaged to Megan Fox? Ooh, a couple of wipeouts there. Now just Innocent Aaron with the max risk streak of 15. Yes, it's Machine Gun Kelly. Youngblood is not. Tadaru putting 10 into the bank. Lingo and Silent Marine adding 6 to their total. Colo and AB Me banking out 3 at this point. Still quite a few people with some chunky risk leads here. Samson's got 10. 2 Claire Brand New Halo also have 10. Aaron and Innes wants to watch at the moment with 15. Slightly less in the bank compared to, say, Samster and Toot. But with that extra question ahead, of course, they do earn points that much faster. Let's put the points in the bank as we go to question number 6. This or that, A or B. Options are The Blue Marble, Earthrise. Which iconic space photograph was taken first? And hello, Energia, welcome to the stream. Unsurprising, Innes is not risking that one. He's going to take his money and run, along with quite a few other players as well. Innes banking 15, Samson and Claire banking 10, DMC banking 6, Apodo banking 3, and a lot of wipeouts there. The risk lead is now 3 points, including Aaron, who wipes out his 15 points that's been accumulated there. Bad luck, my dude. But well done if you have managed to bank out some points, or indeed if you got it right. Earthrise was the answer, 1968, whereas the Blue Marble was 1972. Well done if you got that one. Let's put the points in the bank as we go to question number 7. Samson out of the lead, 95 to DMC's 93. Bit of a gap emerging and not much risk, but still plenty of time to catch up. Question number 7, this or that, A or B. Options are Alexander Usyk, Vitaly Klitschko. Which boxer is mayor of Kiev? Majority of us getting that. Yes, Vitaly Klitschko is the current mayor of Kiev. Alexander Usyk is not. I think, are they just a regular boxer or are they a politician as well? Ukrainian professional boxer and not politician. There we go. 6 now, the maximum risk streak. Nobody banking out any points there. So let's go on to question number 8. This or that, A or B, options are 135 degrees, 235 degrees, which is an obtuse angle. High school maths, can you remember it? Oh! So it's a maths question, so two's getting that one wrong, 2 getting a maths question wrong. What's next? Ben pressing the pain button. Pain. Who'd have thunk it? David and Zeus with a maximum risk streak of 10. DMC and Not a Cat putting 1 into the bank there. Tootless, which John Chum and Silent Marine all wiping out on that one. Yes, as Claire saying, it's a reflex angle. Obtuse is an angle between 90 and 180. Reflex is 180 to 360. And acute is fewer than 90 degrees. Bad luck if you got that one wrong. Maths isn't real. I've got some news for you, I'm afraid, too. Let's put the points in the bank as we go to question number 9. Just a point between Samster and DMC, but Samster has got some risk ahead. And DVD Smith could be causing some interesting chaos at some point. 76 in the bank, but 10 points of risk. Let's go on to the next question. I think it's question 8. No, it's question 9. This or that, A or B, options are 24, 80. What is number 24 in French? Vingt-quatre. 24 as opposed to 80, which is 80, which literally means 4 20s. The French, they do count numbers in a strange way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's quite logical. 11, 12, 13, and then 10, no, is it there? 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 14, 15, 16, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, 20, and then they get higher up, it's like 71, 72, 73, 74, 78, 79, 420s. I've never understood why, but yeah. 99 should be nerfty nerf. It definitely should, it's Otley. Definitely should. Few wipeouts there. No risk to put into the bank. DVD Smith, Zeus have both got 15. Colo and Fernando on 10 points of risk. Let's no points going to the bank. So let's go on to question number 10. This or that, A or B, options are Zoroastrian, Baha'i. Which religion is celebrated at the Azerbaijan Ashteshkar Fire Temple? Good lord. There were some words in that question. Zeus managing to push his risk up to 21. Maybe keep an eye on him. David is banking out with 15 at this point. That's going to give him a nice score of 91. Aaron and Innes now with the risk lead of 10, though they've still got a bit of work to do. Their bank is still a little low. Quite a few players banking out their 10s and 6s and 1s all going into the bank. Very well done. If you are banking points, let's put the points in the bank as we go. 2, question number 11, Samster with the lead 101, DMC with 94, David's in third with 91, but DMC with the risk behind could be an upset at the end here. And let's not forget about Zeus. We have still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, a lot of time to make a difference. Let's go on to question number 11. This or that, A or B, options are E, G. With an open fretboard and standard tuning, the top and bottom strings on a guitar both produce which note? Ooh, split you. 38.5% going for the correct answer, E, and 34.6% going for G. Zeus banking out 21. Lupine banking out 1 there. So yeah, a guitar is tuned to, if I can remember the notes, E, A, D, G, B, E. So that's a guitar, unless you're playing it in drop D, in which case it's... So they're both E, top and bottom, but they're 2 octaves apart, but they are both E. There is only 1 G with an open fretboard. Oh, you said the letter E, oh bad luck. No, you're still going to give the letter. It's part of the game, part of the charm of the game. Just don't get music. You don't get, oh, it's easy. It's the alphabet as far as G, and then you repeat it. Drop D. Yes, it's very amusing, Aaron. Order! It's going to be my button I press whenever anyone says anything smutty. Hello, Dogfish. Welcome to the stream. I've just seen your name pop up there. Welcome. Hope you are, even though you've clearly been here for a while because you're in the game, so you must have just been whispering, but that must have mean you've just chatted in public. But welcome, all the same. That's a really nice guitar patch, actually. Oh, a patch sample. And just... So that sounds so nice on a classical guitar, Bach cello suite. Put it in H. Well, H, funny you should mention, Sam, that H is actually B in German. So that's H, because B is actually B flat in German. Don't ask me why, not quite sure why that is. But yes, H is B in German. Heard it here first. So Zeus putting 21 points of risk in, Lupine putting 1 point of risk in, Aaron and Innes still with the risk lead of 15. Let's put the points in the bank as we go to question number 12. Sam's still got that lead, but DMC is potentially only 1 point behind with the bank at this point. Let's go on to question number 12. This or that, A or B, options are raspberry, orange. What fruit features in Pog, the drink the 90s fad was based on? And with that, DMC with the risk lead of 10 has now got a potential higher score than Samster. Because Samster's got a potential score of 102. DMC has a potential score now of 104, but there are still 3 questions left. R is not in Pog. Nice. What? Yes, the answer there is orange. I'm not familiar with this drink, actually. I never had Pog as a kid. I had Pogs, the little pieces of card that you hit with a keeney or a slammer to turn them over and, you know, early form of gambling in the school playground. But yeah, there we go. Kodo banking a single point of risk there. Let's put it into the bank. So Samsa has got the bank lead, but DMC has got the potential lead. And DVD Smith is not one to abandon yet either, especially if DMC slips up, which I'm sure he won't. So no pressure. 3 questions to go. Let's go on to question number 13. This or that, A or B, options are 2, 3. Quick, how many E's are there in the name of Ben's chair cat? There are 3. Persephone, P-E-R-S-E-P-H-O-N-E. Persephone. There are 3 E's in Persephone's chair. The MC continue to increase their risk, now up to 15. Samster wiping out. Oh, that could be dangerous. With only 2 questions left, DMC can smell that gold medal. Claire and Lingo with a 6-point risk streak in second place, and Claire with a very nice 69 points in the bank. Perdo Nuevo putting 6 in the bank. DVD Smith putting 3 in. P5 and Fluid Fernando putting 1 point of risk into the bank. Let's clear the board, put the points in the bank, and go to question number 14. This or that, A or B. Options are Isle of Man, Jersey. Ellen Vanin is the native name for which crown dependency? I do not blame DMC for 1 second for not risking on that question, banking the 15 points and probably taking the top spot. We'll have to wait and see once we bank the points. But 15 points going in there from DMC. Lingo putting in 6, Tadaru putting in 3, MPL, Mark, Dogfish, and Bad Space King all putting in 1. Claire now has the risk lead of 10. Oh, hello. New kudos, Strava. Cool. So yes, Isle of Man is the answer we're after there. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores before the final question, and there we have it. With Claire with the risk lead, can only potentially amass 79 plus 5, so 84. It is going to be DMC's game, so GG to you. And it looks like first, second, and third are all pretty much set in stone at this point. So well done, DMC, gold medal to you. But one more question, just for the lulz. It's a meta question of, well, it's not really meta, but let's see what you think of this. Question number 15. This or that, A or B. Options are bugs, Suggs. This has been Madness. Who's the front man? It is, of course, Suggs, the front man of the band Madness. Sort of ska. Are they sort of ska-ish? Best content, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. It must be love, love, love. There we go. Yeah. It's sort of ska. I do like a bit of ska from time to time. So my heart is not part of me right now, says DMC. But yeah, a lovely question to finish it off. And Claire finishing with a risk streak of 15, going to take her up to 84. Let's put the last of the points into the bank and check out our winner. And of course, in this game, points do equal pennies. And with the bronze medal, though, 97, it's DVD Smith. The silver medal with 102 goes to Samsa. But our winner with 110 is DMC. Very, very many congratulations there, DMC. Huge congrats, taking that gold medal and a well-deserved victory. Huge thanks to It's Sotley for what I think you'll agree was a very fun, very accessible pack of Risky Business. Hugely grateful to him for that. Let's just take a little look because I've... DMC, there you are. You've had the silver before, but it is your first gold. In fact, it's your first gold altogether, DMC. So huge congratulations. Enjoy that in your medal cabinet. You've now got a Risky Business silver and a gold to go with it. So very well played there. Samsa, a very valiant runner-up with the silver medal, and DVD Smith picking up the bronze. And that's it from Risky Business, and that's going to be it from Game Night for tonight. Only just after 10:30, so reasonably early finish. And a message from our sponsor to Daru.
F sharp E E F sharp G F sharp E F sharp D.
What's that? Is that Risky Business? Oh, it's our house. Oh yeah, so it is. Very nice. Yeah, I prefer Must Be Love. Must Be Love. It's that chord transition from chord 1 to chord 3 is always very powerful. It's sort of slightly melancholic chord progression. Must be love, love, love. Guys, you don't get chord 3 in a lot of pop music, but another time though I'll go into my music theory lecture, and I'm sure you'll all love that. We're going to raid Huds, but he's not online anymore, so we are not. Never mind. Well, what an entertaining evening it's been. We saw Derek emerge victorious in the face-off arena. We saw Toot come champion in Red Herrings. We saw Derek also win in the Ulstrat Blitz earlier on. And we've just seen DMC pick up his first Game Night Gold medal with a win in Risky Business. And a message from our sponsor, Zeus.
Thanks for the fun stream, Ben. Dumpling hole cookie crab.
Dumpling hole cookie crab. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Zeus. It's very kind of you. I've had really good fun tonight, and I hope you have as well. Enormous thanks once again to Samster for writing the Ulstrat Blitz, to Shapes for writing Red Herrings, to my proofing team behind the scenes for scouring through the Face-Off database, and of course to It's Sotley for writing Risky Business. It's been a huge amount of fun. And next week we'll do it all over again. What have we got coming up next week? Well, let's have a look at Topper. Our young friend, Mr. Topper, is starting his season 3 tomorrow with some elimination, now replete with affiliate status. So do go give him a follow. I'm going to be back here Tuesday next week. And what have I got Tuesday next week? We've got some Wordle, some Cryptex, some more Face-Off, and Spotlight, scheduled Spotlight. So we'll look forward to that. Cryptex by Lingo Maniac, and Twitch Play, and everything else is automated or database. So yeah, do come join me on Tuesday from 8 o'clock for a bit of that, some sort of wordy action and some niche trivia in Spotlight. Bash is here, I think is it just Wednesday next week? Oh, hello. Topper. No? Oh no, brand new Halo, sorry, brand new Halo, gifting sub to Persephone's Twitch bot so the bot can have emotes back. Brand new Halo, thank you very much for that. The bot is grateful. In fact, let's give some more risky things out, and we can see the bot with the emotes there. Risky 10, I need to stop that before I roll the credits. Ash is here next week with... oh, hello. And thank you very much to that anonymous gifter who's just gifted out a sub to Topper One Gaming. Welcome back on into the fam. Enjoy our free viewing Topper for the next month. And thank you very much to that anonymous gifter. Oh, you've kicked off a hype train at the end of the night. Goodness me. Yes, so Ash is streaming next Friday, but Breakaway and All Clued Up is what's going on with Ash next Wednesday. So 80_bash. Also, if you're around tomorrow evening in the UK time, Hands On Buzzers are playing Card Sharks about 11 PM over on their channel. Is it Hands On Buzzers? Have I done that right? Or has the bot just gone to sleep? So, Hands On Buzzers. There we go. Hands On Brothers, do go and give them a follow as well. All of the things going on. Thursday next week, I'm here with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Paxton Carr and Mrs. Flush. And of course, next Saturday, there are going to be 2 face-off games next Saturday, as well as the Pyramid and Data Leak from Lupine and Toot, respectively. So very much looking forward to that. And I hope you'll join me. In the meanwhile, let's stop that bonus there, the risky bonus. We didn't get the risky 69. RNG is not favouring us tonight. But it's been a splendid evening, nice and light and fun, and with a little bit of darkness and face-off in the middle. I hope you've enjoyed it. Congratulations again to DMC on your gold medal here in Risky Business. I hope you've all had a good time. Until next time, do come follow me on the Twitters. Do come hang out with us in the Discord. It'd be great to have you there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Put some sunblock on if you're going out, because it's pretty warm at the moment. And I will see you on Tuesday, if not before. Thanks again to all the writers. Thanks for playing. Take care. Peace out. And good night.
Shoo-bitty-wop-me-oo-bitty-wop-me-oo, ba-doo-dow.